I want to talk about raw eggs and raw diet again. I did this just the other day. I think it's an important subject. I do give eggs, raw eggs, but I only give them every now and then. I don't give them all the time. You know, it isn't an everyday event. And my friend who's a vet told me years ago, said, yeah, eggs are fine, just don't give them in high doses. Like it's medication, but like, because the egg whites have an enzyme in them that will interfere with biotin absorption. Biotin's a B vitamin. That's very important to a dog. So that, and also egg whites can cause gastric distress in puppies and older dogs. So this isn't an issue for me. I just put the video out saying this because, you know, I want people to know this. Somebody was like, oh, I give my dog eggs every day, like 4 or 5 eggs, you know. See what I'm saying? So I want people to know about it. But then somebody on Facebook said that you have to give them a lot of egg white, and this is what they said. And I didn't do the research. I'm just putting this out there. You can do the research. But that if the egg yolk is, and I don't know if this is true. I don't. But if the egg yolk is with the white, it cancels out the enzyme in the egg white. Now, she found that on the internet. That's what she said. So do you trust everything you hear on the internet? No. No. And maybe you shouldn't trust everything that I say because she might be right. But am I going to actually take the time to find out? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, am I going to find out if the egg yolk is with the egg white, if it makes a difference? No, because I'm never going to be giving 6 eggs for a meal. There's no way. Why would I be doing that when I can give raw chicken? I don't want to give pre-chicken. You know, raw chicken is what most people use for the base of the diet, and the reason why is that the bones in there have all that good calcium. They're great. You know, it's cooked chicken bones that are the problem. It isn't raw bones. Raw bones, you know, are totally safe for your dog. If you're giving them the right cut. You know, I recommend chicken leg quarters. Stay away from wings, snacks, stuff like that. If your dog gobbles, you can freeze like a leg quarter and make it big enough that they have to chew it. That's key. See what I'm saying? It's like the wolf doesn't, you know, they have to chew on the buffalo. That's natural. And they have to spend time and energy chewing on the buffalo. That's natural. You give a dog a bowl of kibble, they just gobble that shit up. They've expended no energy. You can freeze the chicken and give it to the dog, make them work for it. So that's what I wanted to throw out there about eggs, is that that's what I was told, but she found it on the internet. It's not really an issue for me, and it shouldn't be an issue for you if you want to use an egg every now and then. Give like an egg like once a week to each dog. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's negligible. If it did, you know, that's not enough egg or egg white to interfere no matter what. So I don't know a situation where you would have like a big bowl of egg whites. What would you be like, working in a bakery and you just need the egg yolks? So you have like a giant, like you have 2 gallons of egg whites and you give it to a dog? See what I'm saying? It's like, that's what she was saying, that, you know, that you should see these 2 little pits that just walked by. Super cute. They look ridiculous. But that's what she was saying. It doesn't even make sense. But it really isn't an issue unless you're going overboard on it. See what I'm saying? Like, give an egg every now and then, sure. But the base of your diet, I would stick to raw chicken. You want to throw an egg in there every once in a while with a shell, do it. You know, that extra calcium, that's not going to hurt. But remember, your calcium that you're giving is sort of in relationship to the amount of protein you're giving. You don't want to screw up your calcium phosphorus level. That's what I've been trying to explain to people that use like raw diet, but they use hamburger or ground chicken or ground turkey. They say they put an eggshell in there. That's not enough calcium. It's not. Think of the eggshell, right, that you put in that amount of protein, And then think about the amount of calcium, the bone that's in a chicken leg quarter. See what I'm saying? The leg quarter, you're not artificially adding calcium. Unless it's a real, if it's a real young chicken, you might want to add calcium actually. But for the most part, if it's a big chicken with a hefty bone structure, you're probably all right. Err on the side of caution when it comes to calcium. That's my recommendation. And erring on the side of caution is making sure that they have enough calcium. I mean, bone is part of the dog's diet. See what I'm saying? Like a wild dog, they eat the bone. So to think that you could get the dog hamburger and crush up an eggshell, and that's going to be enough calcium for your dog is ludicrous. You know, and I understand the human's thought. It's like, well, this is here. It's natural. It's easy. We'll give it to the dog. Yeah, I get it, but it might not be enough calcium. Calcium is an issue. It is. It's an issue for all our pets. This is true. This is another thing. Talking to my friend Mary, it's a vet. She told me, and this is absolutely true. The #1 deficiency of all our pets, like across the board, you're talking about lizards. You know, everything, birds, it's a calcium deficiency. That's one of the reasons why vets don't recommend raw diet. They don't like raw diet because people go to the store, they buy a hamburger and do something like that. Oh, I'm giving the dog calcium by crushing up an eggshell in there. There's not enough. There's not enough calcium. You know, go buy some bone meal or go buy calcium without D3. That's important. Don't be, you can add human calcium, it works great, but you have to get human calcium that does not have D3 in it, because D3 is not water soluble, so it builds up in the dog. It's fat soluble, so it'll build up, and the dose in the calcium that you get at the pharmacy will be too much. So that's usually all calcium has D3 in it, but some of it doesn't. It's just flat out calcium. Calcium citrate, stuff like that. Just look for calcium that it doesn't have D3 on the label.